All right, we are back with another episode of On Screen, Off Screen, and we've got Josh, who last episode, unfortunately, we found out hit his head earlier, and that's why he had such terrible, terrible, terrible choices, particularly when it came to the Running Man and how wrong he was. It's okay. He's seeking medical treatment. He's going to be all right. And then we got Lauren, who's wonderful at all as always, but she actually needed to seek medical treatment because she chopped open her hand.
I didn't
All right.
seek it though.
But she didn't seek it. We're rebels here. All right, we're doing our most anticipated episode, and we're going to go in sections. So we're going to go TV shows, then books, then movies, then games, and just keep going. I'm going to start with my TV shows. We do have a lot of things that are repeats, but we'll go over it. Tell us what we're most excited about for the year and kind of why that's the most exciting. Mine is The Mighty Nine Season 2, Agatha Christie's Seven Dials, which anything with Agatha Christie I am now excited for because of Josh. That is the thing that Josh absolutely rubbed off on me for. And I love Outlander. I've loved Outlander for a really long time. The last season is coming up this year. I could not be more pumped for this. I really hope they end it, and I hope that they don't pull, if you watched our last episode, somebody on the podcast just really, really was upset with a certain ending. We won't get back into that. It's a sore topic.
Over it.
I hope this ends significantly better. I'm excited for it. It's a show that I followed for a really long time. I like the books. And then a couple days ago, I was sitting weirdly on my bathroom floor for some reason. I don't really know why, but I got on YouTube and I saw Life is Unfair, Malcolm in the Middle, and I was like, this has got to be fake. There is no way. Of all the things that I thought they would bring back, I never thought they would bring back Malcolm in the Middle, ever. I am so excited for this. The guy who did Breaking Bad and was a crime lord is going back to playing a dumbass dad, and I am so excited. I saw a comment where it's like, I hope this whole season is actually a dream and it goes into the Breaking Bad universe and that's how they end the season. That would be hilarious. It'd be so funny. I'm pumped for this. You want the reverse?
I want the Breaking Bad guy to then wake up to be in the Malcolm in the Middle universe and all of Breaking Bad is a dream.
That would so
make
funny.
Breaking Bad better.
That would be so hilarious. I hope they've got to do something. Like if they don't do something, they're missing out on gold. They've got to do it. I am so excited for this show. I think it's going to suck. I don't think it's going to be good, but I am absolutely pumped. And then we've got From coming out this year, the next season, which if Outlander wasn't the final season, this would be my top pick. Josh is the reason I got into From, and the last season left off with some cliffhangers, and I'm pumped. I'm very, very excited for this. And the last one is Blue-Eyed Samurai. I think Blue-Eyed Samurai Season 1 is one of the most underrated things Netflix has ever done. It's very good. Their animation department smashes things out of the park again and again and again, and people should watch this show. It's really well done. Let's go to Lauren's TV shows, and then we'll go to Josh's.
Okay. Yeah, mine are just basically shared. I think I have one from yours and one from Josh's. So I'm looking forward to the Mighty Nine Season 2. And
cool.
The Ted Lasso, is it Season 4?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are, like, I don't really pay attention to what's coming out. I usually just see somebody either tells me something's out to be
That's
excited.
a better way to live life, honestly.
Yeah. I think
so too.
Like, I used to be waiting for series, like when I was with like Supernatural or Sherlock. Sherlock was a horrible one to be excited for a new season to come out. BBC Sherlock, I should say. But yeah, so those are my two series that I'm excited to watch.
Are you a Supernatural fan? I actually don't know this.
Yes. I've seen all of them. I would say only seasons 1 through 3 is what I tell people to watch.
You
Um,
watched like how many seasons is it? I know it's a
15.
ton. 13?
15?
15.
Oh, well, you know better than I do. But I have seen all of them, 15.
Okay.
But yeah,
I stopped after season 4 or 5. I kept being like, it's still going. It's got to be good. I can't do it.
it's funny because like I was living for the filler episodes because the filler episodes were like what it was like for seasons 1 and 3, where it's like
Yeah.
monster of the week, and so their filler episodes. I was like, yes, we get a filler. I still liked it pretty well through 9.
Okay.
It was there's just I watched all the way to the end, but I kind of like got annoyed when everything just started turning into angels and demons, and that was it. And I was like,
That happens in season 4.
yeah. So that's why I say watch seasons 1 and 3, 1 through 3,
But there's an
and then
exception. This is why I was shaking my head
Scooby-Doo.
no. There's the Scooby-Doo Supernatural crossover episode, which is the greatest crossover anything that has happened. Greater than any
Ever.
MCU, greater than anything. It's just the best crossover thing that has ever happened.
I agree. I agree with that. There's some other episodes here and there that I've seen that are quite good, but I just
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. Like it's like hit or miss after season 3. There's still seasons like episodes that I really enjoy past that, but it's not like a solid like watch that whole season. It's literally like fillers that I like. So yeah.
Cool. All right, Josh, what do you got for your most excited for this next?
So I did mine a little bit different. I rated mine on how excited I was about this thing, and then basically
Cool.
said anything over mildly interesting I'd put on this list. Um, so my first one is Shrinking season 3. Um, Initially, I would have been like 9 out of 10, but I've just cooled off on the show quite a bit. It's still one of my all-time favorite shows, but I have this like gut feeling that Apple TV is gonna suck next year.
Why?
Feels like
Because
it
they
just
spent $120 million on F1,
Okay.
and it just like I know that doesn't make logical sense because they filmed everything in 2024. They had the writing, they had the script, right? It's just like I have this like feeling inside me that Apple TV is just not gonna have another good year, right? Um,
Okay.
I'll jump into addressing the elephant in the room for this podcast. Severance did not make my list.
Is next season next year?
Yeah, because of how it ended.
Mm.
And
Okay, that's on my list.
uh,
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll watch it, but it's not something that I'm like,
yeah, me
we
too.
win.
I'll watch it when it comes out as well, but it's just like the way that ended, I was like, oh, this is stupid. Um, so yeah. My next one is Ted Lasso season 4. Exact same score, 7.5 out of 10. This one actually has risen for me, but just because of mild curiosity. Um, there's some leaks that there's a time skip, so they're not going right after season 3. All of the
Better
actors
choice.
that I want to return and make sense to return are returning. All of the ones who don't make sense to return are not returning. So, okay.
Who's not returning? I'm curious about that. I don't
Jamie
know.
Tart.
Okay.
Yeah. So Roy is returning. Kaylee's returning. The boss lady's returning. Beard is returning. Nate is not.
Okay.
And Ted Lasso's returning.
Okay.
It's also largely taking place in America, apparently. So,
Interesting.
yep. So
They're
just
learning football.
that one, I would have put it like a 4 out of 10 because I love Ted Lasso and it's a perfect series, other than like one episode, and it can just end. But I'm hitting that like mild curiosity of like where I would put the Harry Potter show right now. Is like, I'm sure it's not going to be worth it. I'm sure it's going to suck, but I'm curious now. Um,
Okay.
Spider Noir, I put as an 8 out of 10. This was a movie that they're changing to be into a show. Nicolas Cage. I liked Spider Noir from the Into the Spider Verse movies. Uh, I think it's a cool idea. Um, all of this like black and white stuff is very interesting to me at this point in time. Uh, like there's the Harry Potter level where it's all like scratch black and white drawing. Blows me away, right? I'm like that level is so cool. I love that aesthetic. So to have like a full show off of what is actually pretty decent year for Marvel, I'm pretty interested in that one too. Um, Mobland season 2, shocker, 9 out of 10 for me. This one is supposed to come out late 2026, probably 2027, but I'm counting it because I loved Mobland season 1, and I'm so excited to see what happens season 2. The Pit season 2 comes out January 8th. It comes out tomorrow.
So
Go ahead.
with the Pit season 2, I literally was going to put it on my list, but I watched the trailer and I don't like the trailer. It made me more like, I don't know about this show, to be completely honest. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the trailer just sucks and didn't fall off a cliff in quality, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anyway, go ahead.
This one would be a 10 out of 10 for me because I loved season 1. But it has dropped off because in the trailer it alludes to the drug stealing doctor having no consequences and is still a doctor and is still there. And I hated that they let him come back in at the last 2 episodes of season 1. That was like my biggest like, why did you do that? You made a statement. You made a moral, ethical judgment call that you should have made, and then you didn't stick to it. So yeah, so that one actually comes down just because he's gonna be a full part of the show, and he shouldn't be. He should be fired. He should be thrown in jail. He is a scum doctor. Um, most excited. 10 out of 10 for me. Day of the Jackal season 2. This one's another late 2026, early 2027 estimated release date, but I'm counting it because I'm so excited for this. Season 1 is a phenomenal season. Absolutely loved it. I've already talked about it on the show. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see more of it. Clarkson Farm, springtime, May to June, I put it as a 7.5 out of 10 because it's always just a good show. It's going to be more of the same. But every time I'm scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and they say, we have an update on Diddley Squat Farm, or I have an update on Clarkson Farm next season, I'm always like, yes, please give me more of that content. The reason it's low is because it's not one I'm counting down. It's one that when it comes on, I will immediately watch it. But it's just going to be more of the same. So I'm excited for that. Biggest shocker for me is Terminal List Season 2. I put as an 8.5 out of 10. It's supposed to come late 2026. Honestly, I would have had low expectations for this if their prequel series Lone Wolf wasn't so good. Right? That is the thing that is carrying Terminal List Season 2. Because Terminal List Season 1 is a complete show. It is fantastic. It is amazing. Every time they're like, now we're going to do Season 2. Like Ted Lasso with Season 4, it's usually not very good. But then they did Lone Wolf. It's so good.
If I would have realized that that was coming out next year, it would have 100% been on my list. I've read all the books. The prequel makes the books better. That's one of the things I'm so impressed with by the prequel. I'm about to finish it, and then I'm going to talk about it on the podcast. But it establishes characters that are brought up later in the books and makes the books better. That's insane. I've never seen a show do that before. It's incredible. And book 2 is a banger. I think this show is going to be great. Great.
I sure hope so. We will see. I don't really know, but we'll see. And then the last one I'm looking forward to is from season 4, suspected March to April 2026. Um, I rated it as an 8 out of 10 in excitement. This one is largely carried by the impact From has had on the podcast. It originally came on as a fan recommendation. It was a recurring theme all through 2025, with Conlon and I talking about it basically every week, watching half of a season at a time. Um, if this was purely based on the show, this show would not make my list because season 3, there's still a lot of questions, but I think Conlon and I were both not as into season 3 as we were the previous seasons. So,
That's fair.
But because it was a big part of the show, and I feel like we're going to continue to watch this one. Even if season 4 sucks, Conlon and I are going to keep watching this show simply because of that impact it has had on us. I am very excited for it. So that's my TV shows that I'm excited for 2026.
Cool. I like it a lot. Let's go over to books. And we all share one book. I bet you guys who've watched the show can guess what that is. Lauren, why don't you take our shared book first?
Yeah, because this is my only one I have. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Because I've made it a thing of mine that I will not read series that are coming out. I have to read a finished series because I just binge and I can't wait. And I read so much that I'm like, if I don't read the whole story in its continuity, like I'm not gonna know it. I won't remember from thing to thing. So this is an outlier that I'm reading these books as they're coming out now. Because yeah, I either try to find standalones or series that are finished. So that's why I only have one series to look forward to.
Cool.
I guess actually, I know Brandon Mole is teasing another series, and so I am interested in that. But he hasn't. I don't think he's released a name for it or anything. I think he's just saying that it's something that's going to be coming out. So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Josh, what about you? Obviously, you share that same one.
Yeah, so May 12th, Dungeon Crawler Carl, Book 8. I have it rated as a 9 out of 10 in terms of excitement. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because, A, I'm just surprised Conlon has this one on his list, considering he has had a sneak peek into what it is and has been pretty negative about it. So that's why I drop it a point, is because there's this demon inside me called Conlon who says things like, it's not very good.
So, I'm going to address that right now. I Patreon Matt Dinneman, and I read every chapters, and there's positives and negatives to that. It's also on my list. Part of the reason it's on my list is because period, the narration for this book is the best narration that has ever been done for a book series ever. Period. End of story. And I'm always excited to see how it's going to be narrated. I'm very excited for that. Number 2, the second half of this book is significantly better than the first, in my opinion. Like, by a lot. Thankfully, because the first half was a little rough to me. Anyway, I'll let you go to your next one, Josh.
Okay. The next one is I'm gonna go off of Lauren's possible looking forward to statement. Erin Morgenstern, she wrote The Night Circus and another Starless Sea. I don't know when she's gonna publish another book, or if she'll publish another book. But if she publishes a book in 2026, I will be very excited about it. I will buy it immediately as soon as I see it, and I will listen to it.
What?
Go ahead.
What about the book series, the Romantasy one that you like? Isn't there another book coming out next year?
Wing?
Fourth Wing? Am I wrong? Or is it done? Am I crazy?
There's another one coming out, but it won't be till 2027, 2028.
Okay. That's wrong. Cool. What's your last one?
The last one is the full cast version of the Harry Potter books. Lauren brought it up and said, well, you might like it better in the full cast version. And I sat here like, no, that won't make any difference. These are terrible writing. Blah, 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 blah. The third one comes out on the 12th. And I'm literally just waiting for that. I know I could listen to the normal audiobook version, but I'm going to wait for the full cast version because it makes such a difference. I am absolutely loving it. I will talk about the books more. Probably next week when we record. I've already listened to book 1, book 2. I'm excited for book 3. But yeah, that's what I got. I put it as a 7 out of 10 because it's still Harry Potter, but I'm enjoying it.
All right. So, because I've had a sneak peek into Dungeon Crawler already, it's not my top pick. My top pick is Red God, the last book in the Red Rising series. I have mixed feelings about the book that came before this, Lightbringer. I think it makes the book before that kind of pointless, and unfortunately, there's a contradiction there. But I'm still super pumped for how he's going to end the series. This is the final book. I followed this series for years. I am very excited. I hope they stick the landing. Again, I hope they stick the landing. And my other one, which is very, very close, is The Last Contract of Isako. Have you guys heard of the Greenbone Saga? I haven't talked about it on here. So the Greenbone Saga is fantasy mafia. That's what it is. And it's really good. I think both of you would actually enjoy this series. I am picky with my mafia stuff, and so I'm not quite as into it as some diehard fans. There's some people who absolutely love this series, but the writing is really good. The characters are really good. Each book you follow a family and you follow their lineage. So you follow like one generation, then the next generation, and the final book does the last generation and ties it all together. And it's written really, really well. This is her follow-up series, and it's about samurais in space. And I like gangster stuff. I love samurais in space. I already know this girl can write. She's a very good writer. She's very good with characters. I'm a character reader. I am super pumped for this book series. I think it's going to be really good. It comes out in May. Let's see. It comes out on May 5th. And I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be good. And that's, yeah. They're going to be good books. I'm excited. Life is good. I took Josh's rating system, and I'll keep going. For movies, by far, by miles, by a vast, vast gap, I am most excited for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. The cast that it has is stacked. I think Christopher Nolan, when he gets a little bit more grounded, is really good. I like most of his movies, almost all of them. I enjoy. I think this is going to be a slam dunk. The Odyssey is ripe for a Nolan storytelling. They're getting into the creature aspect. It looks visually striking. The trailer looks amazing. I am so pumped for this movie. This is one of the few movies that I might watch opening night. I haven't done that in a long time. I might do it because this looks great. I love Scream. Scream is my next one. I've been a fan of the series for a long time. Every Halloween, I will watch some of the movies every single year. The only Scream movie I don't like is the last one. I hope they redeem it with this one. They're getting the original cast back into it. It's supposed to be more grounded. That's what I want with Scream. I hope it's good. I hope it makes up for itself. Project Hail Mary is a book that I haven't read, but I've heard how great it is for my entire life. Like literally since I was like third grade, I've heard about this book. And I want to read it. It's been on my list for a really long time. I'm super pumped they're making a movie. And the people who have read it I've talked to, and they've been like, you know what? The trailer looked pretty good. I'm excited for that. I put it as an 8 out of 10. Ready or Not, I really enjoyed the first movie. I watched the trailer for the second one, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I hope it's a good movie. I put it as a 7 out of 10. Disclosure Day is a movie by Steven Spielberg, and he's getting back to alien dramas like what was that? What is his famous alien drama? Steven Spielberg.
Titanite.
I mean, you have the what is it called? Close Encounters of a Third Kind, which I really, really like that movie a lot. And they have E.T., which is a very different vibe to this one. But I like the fact that he's getting back to this alien world. He's a great filmmaker, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. I think it's going to be good. I have it as an 8 out of 10. The drama, I put it as a 6 out of 10. It's a typical like romance, but I like romances, and I'm kind of excited for it. The Social Reckoning, The Social Network, I think is a great movie. Me and Josh both love it. This is made by the same director, and he puts it as like a connection piece, like a not a sequel, but a movie that goes along with The Social Network. I'm pumped to see that. I think The Social Network is really good. Me and Josh have both talked about how great that movie is. Remain. I think this movie's going to suck, but M. Night Shyamalan is making a Nicholas Sparks movie. What the hell? Who came up with that? That is a terrible idea. I have to see that terrible idea. I have to see it. I put it as a 7 because what in the world is M. Night Shyamalan doing making a Nicholas Sparks movie? Never. That's ridiculous. Terrible idea. Terrible idea, and I got to see it. And the last one, I like both Dune movies, and I'm excited for the next one. It's not going to have the same guy who's doing the cinematography, and I think the cinematography is beautiful for the first 2 movies. So I'm a little bit bummed about that, but otherwise, I'm pumped. Laura, what do you got?
I have Marvel Doomsday,
Cool.
Spider-Man Brand New Day,
Nice.
because both of them have Tom Holland. Also other reasons, but I really like Tom Holland, and I do really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and I'm really excited to see Brand New Day with Spider-Man, because it's going into. I'm glad it's finally getting away from Tony Stark Spider-Man, and it's gonna be Peter Parker Spider-Man.
I like that.
Yeah, and then Marvel Doomsday, I'm like, do I think it's gonna be good? I don't think so. I think they have way too many characters in this movie, and I want to see how that works. Because like it feels like a reunion party where they're like, yeah, all of these characters that you've been seeing throughout the year, we're gonna smash them into one movie now. Because like they had like that video of them just showing all of the chairs of all of the actors who are gonna be in it, and I'm like, I mean, like, yeah, I wanna see Loki again. I wanna see the all of the people in the Thunderbolts again. But there's so many names there that I'm like, is it just going to be cameos, or how much are you delving into these characters? So I just want to see the train wreck. More excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then Hunger Games Sunrise of the Reaping. I just have been seeing so many edits on TikTok of people who have like who know the lore and things, and I believe this follows Haymitch's games, and I love Haymitch as a character, so I feel like this is gonna hurt real good.
Yeah, I've heard the book is really, really good. I heard this book is great, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm prepared to be hurt again. So,
which one is your like? Is it Spider-Man that's the top of the top? The thing you're most excited for?
Yeah, I think I'm most excited for Spider-Man, because normally it would come out on my birthday when Spider-Man releases. I'm like, yes.
That's awesome.
Right around or exactly on my birthday. So
that's super cool. Super cool. I I'm. I hope it's good. That's what I'm saying. I hope it's good. Marvel's obviously been kind of hit or miss for a while, and I hope it's good.
I usually tend to be more forgiving for Spider-Man. For I don't know. I'm usually very
Okay.
forgiving for Spider-Man.
Because Spider-Man's is usually good.
Yeah. I mean, like, because, well, people don't like Andrew Garfield's Spider Man. Like, I love Tobey Maguire. I love Andrew Garfield. I love Tom Holland. Like, I love all of their portrayals of it. I love the animated Spider Mans, the Ultimate Spider Man. Uh, I really love Spider Man as a character. I can't get enough. So,
Cool. Do you have a favorite Spider-Man movie? I don't know if we've ever asked you this.
um, I would probably watch Spider Man Homecoming first out of all of them
Okay.
because that was the first time that I felt like Peter Parker was a kid in the
Cool.
movies. And it like showed when he like gets pinned under the things and he starts like calling out for help and then he realizes he is the help and he's like, oh, and it's like, it breaks your heart. But like, and it's like him trying to figure it out without having the actual, and his uncle died, thing. So I really enjoy that movie.
That's really cool. All right, Josh. What about you?
So for movies, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I'm also pretty excited for. Um, I don't know very much about it. I'm intentionally keeping away from any kind of spoilers or information. I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I have this historian TikToker who talks about history who started criticizing the like historical elements of the show, and I was like, I would normally listen to what you have to say, but I'm not going to today because I don't want to know anything. Um, I put it as a 9 out of 10. It comes out July 17th. This is a big hope. I don't actually believe Christopher Nolan could pull this off, but if he can, it will be phenomenal. The next one I have is Spider Man Brand New Day. It comes out July 31st. I have it as a 6 out of 10. This one is all caution from me. I want to be excited about it. I think Tom Holland is the best all rounder. I think Toby is the best Peter Parker. I think Andrew Garfield is the best Spider Man. I think Tom Holland is just the best all rounder. I love him. I think he's phenomenal in everything that I've seen him do. He's a large reason why I'm so excited about the Odyssey. I really want this one to be good, but I'm trying to be cautious because it is Spider Man 3. So, we all know how Spider Man 3 goes.
Technically 4.
I don't count Civil War because that's a Captain America movie and it sucks.
No, he has
No,
Brand
there have
New
been
Day.
3 movies.
Yeah, Brand New Homecoming, Far From
Far
Home,
From Home.
the 3 Spider-Mans in one,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then now New Day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still cautious. Cautiously optimistic. The next one I have is Spider Man Beyond the Spider Verse. This one is all anticipation. I have it as a 6 out of 10. It comes out June 18th. But I've already had conversations with both my fellows about what this would take to be the best animated trilogy. Could this be an all timer trilogy? How good could it really be if, like how high could it come on the list of all time trilogies? I love those conversations. I'm not as high as on the Spider Verse movies as most people. I think they're fun. I do really like them. I like their animation. The second one, though, do have problems with, and so I'm very much like, this could be great. This could be an all-time animated trilogy, which its competition is not super strong because the ones we've talked about, How to Train Your Dragon, I don't like the second one. Lauren doesn't like the third one.
I still think
Kung
it's
Fu
the best
Panda,
trilogy, though.
the third one, is a super mid kind of show, but it's a very consistent trilogy. Um, Toy Story. Most people dislike 1 or 3. For me, it's 3. So like, it's got a really solid chance to be an all-time something, and that's pretty special. Um, do I think they will? No, I don't, because it's Sony and Spider-Man. Why they do it, I don't know, but yeah. So that one's a cautious optimism for me. Uh, the next one is Ready or Not 2. I absolutely loved the first one. I love that Lauren suggested it. I love that Lauren hated it. I love that Conlon liked it. Um, it's got Elijah Wood in it. I don't know anything else about it other than the main girl returns. I like her in Community. She's like the best character, honestly. At least
Did you watch the
my
trailer at all?
perspective. No.
Okay.
Wait, Ready or Not, is that the one where it's like we're playing
It's-
hide and seek
Yep.
and
The
Oh,
girl in the
okay.
house and that one, yeah.
I actually, now that you say Elijah Wood's in that, I'm adding that to my I want to see that now.
Yeah.
I love Elijah.
I love Elijah, but everything other than Lord of the Rings he's done has been kind of weird.
It's,
But, like,
I
Yeah.
like it because he's
Daniel Radcliffe did Woman in Black, so I'm like morbidly curious as to how Elijah Wood does. I know they're not the same person. I know they're not connected in any way, but they're mistaken for each other all the time. So my mind still connects them. So yeah, I'm very curious as to how that goes. And then the last movie I have on here is called Mercy. It comes out January 23rd, pretty soon, starring Chris Pratt. It's called Mercy. It's all about if AI takes over our judicial system, and I am very, very curious. He's a detective. He built this
That is
AI
interesting.
system. Yeah, he built the AI, and basically you have 24 hours to prove your innocence to an AI, and he gets convicted of his wife's murder. So he has 24 hours to prove his own innocence against the AI that he created. I'm very excited. This could be very dynamic, very interesting. It could have lots of implications on how we talk about AI and how we implement AI, and it could start a lot of conversations about where does AI fall in our legal system? Where does AI fall in this? Where, can AI take over sentencing? Can it do all of these kinds of things? Or
That's
it
interesting.
could be Wally kind of stuff where it's just blatantly obvious talking about AI sucks, or blatantly obvious that AI is cool. And I don't really know which one it is. So overall, it came at a 7.5 because there's the side of me that's like, this could be really cool. This could be great. I love Chris Pratt. He has never done anything that I dislike. He's done movies I don't like Guardians 2, but I like him in it. Um, he's always been good. He's a dynamic actor. He did Passengers. He's proved he has range. There's that side. And then there's the side that's like AI is pretty political right now. It's a movie made in Hollywood, which is political right now. Caution. So yeah, I'm torn in two. So I ended on a 7.5, but it does come out really soon. So I get to find out really soon whether or not it's good or not.
That sounds super interesting. That sounds super cool. Super cool. All right, let's go to games. Lauren, what do you got?
So, both of these are not coming out next year, but they're the only ones I'm looking forward to.
Go.
Haunted Chocolatier, which is done by Concerned Ape, who also did Stardew Valley. He has teased this, like, he's shown some progress in it, I think, like, a couple of years ago. And he was like, yeah, it'll come out sometime. And I'm like, sir, I need more than just some time, and that this is something that I could have maybe one day. Um, so, really excited for that to ever come around. And then also Hogwarts Legacy 2, people are suspecting them to announce it this year. it is in production. So they're suspecting it either coming out in 2027 or 2028. So,
Cool.
my
I
two.
hope it's good.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
I hope it's good. I hope fingers crossed. I want things to be good.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance that it will actually be solid.
I hope that they're listening to everybody who are the diehard loyalists of Hogwarts Legacy, of what they're missing in the game, and that they put it into the second one. I'm just not as excited as when this is, because it's going to be during Tom Riddle's school year, so you're kind of going into Harry Potter, mixing into Harry Potter and like characters that you would know from the books, other than like names that you know from the books. So I feel like you're not going to feel as much as like the main character in this next one.
I don't like that as much either.
Yeah.
I wish they just had it separate completely. That would be better.
I wouldn't even mind if they made the other wizarding schools and had you go to like another wizarding school, or have like a choice of going to another wizarding school. I think that would be awesome.
A choice would be a big swing. That would be a massive game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
They're not going to.
That would be interesting. They're not going to do
I'm going to do it. Just kidding. Me alone.
You make a mod that makes it so you have a school rivalry and you can go to either school. That would be awesome.
Like, if they wanted to make an online thing that like anybody could join the server, is that they have different school. That would be a cool game. That
would be a very cool game. Legitimately, that would be cool.
That would not be a cool game.
Be so cool. You shut up.
I agree with you. The idea is cool, but in order to make it financially work, they would put in microtransactions and loot boxes, and it would be an online service game.
Listen, if I was in charge of the world and I made this game, it would totally
be in charge of the world.
Free.
I'm all for it. If they
Everybody
really did that would be fantastic.
World leader, vote me.
I think you could have a game where you do have some microtransactions, but they're just like, oh, you get this cool robe or whatever. And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But
instead of like if you're
Fortnite does that
in the game, and like your character builds, like you have like a character that has like a potions build and something, and then somebody else has like these other things you can either trade or like actually transactionally do stuff with each other. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. And if you could compete for your individual schools and try to win and stuff, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. I got it. All right, let's go to mine. The Wolverine game, I put as a 7 out of 10. And the only reason it is not higher, because it's made by the same people who did the Spider-Man game, is because one of the best things about the Spider-Man game is web swinging. It's just great. It just feels good. It is the only game I can think of where I just travel around. There are times where I log in the game and I just swing around the city. I'm not doing anything. I just swing. It's like my cozy game, I guess. I just swing around the city. Wolverine's not going to have that, obviously. You're not going to have the swinging mechanic. I think everything else about the game is solid. Like Spider-Man, I really do enjoy those games. But the swinging aspect of Spider-Man adds a lot to it. So I'm a little bit more cautious. 007 First Light, I think looks really, really good. They're making a 007 game. It's supposed to be kind of like what they did with Indiana Jones. It's supposed to have that kind of feel. I think the Indiana Jones game was very, very good. What I played of it, I haven't completely finished it. I don't know why I haven't, but I haven't completely finished it. I'm most of the way done. And I think it's really, really well done. I think this could also be very good. Blood of the Dawnwalker is by miles what I'm most excited about next year, which is crazy because Slay the Spire 2 is coming out. I put the Slay the Spire 2 as a 9. I put Blood of the Dawnwalker as a 10. I like Witcher 3. I know Josh doesn't, but a lot of the team that made Witcher 3 made their own studio and has been working on this game for years. There's a DLC that I talk about whenever I talk about Witcher, which is a vampire DLC, and it is one of my favorite vampire stories that has ever been done. Like, I love this DLC. It's as good as some full games. And if that team can do the vampire thing but make a whole game around it, I'm there for it 100%. The trailers look amazing. I'm super excited for this. Like I said, Slay the Spire's coming out. I'm pumped for that. And then when I was a kid, I played a lot of Warhammer 40K, the more RTS version of it, a lot. And they haven't made a RTS version of this game in a long time. The trailers for the new Warhammer 40K look fantastic. I'm pretty pumped. I put that one as also a 9 out of 10. There's some good games coming out this year, guys. Good freaking games. Josh, what do you got?
We hope they're good games.
Yeah.
We hope they're good games.
We have hopes.
Yeah. First one I put on my list is High on Life 2. I put it as a 6 out of 10. It comes out February 13th.
Cool.
I never actually played High on Life 1 all the way through.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you finished it.
No, I watched people play it.
Okay.
It was so big on social media. I saw the entire game, which is why I didn't play it myself. It was short.
Fair.
Everything that was funny that everybody went to play the game for came out and said, well, you saw everything on social media. We were hoping that there was more, but there wasn't actually. So like when it first came out, it was super popular. I think it just kind of like died off.
Yeah.
If they listen to that and they go, hey, maybe we add more content. Maybe the last boss fight isn't just stupid easy. Maybe we just have this humor and we add a lot more lines, but we make the game more of a game and less than like a just easy fan made thing. You know, like I have every expectation that they're going to ramp it up. My only concern is that they take too big of a swing. But I think it could be a really good game, and I hope that it is.
Cool.
My next one is one that just barely popped up on my radar. It's called Pragmata. It comes out April 24th, and it's about I love the trope of big, huge, strong man protects little, cute thing. And it is a big, huge, hulking robot man with a gun and the cutest little girl he has on his back. And the thing that brought it up to my attention is there's a little clip and he gives her a fist bump and they go, let's do this. And so it gives me those vibes. I have no idea if this game is good. I have no idea what this game is about. But if it is about big thing protects little cute thing, I'm on board. I hope it'll be great. So I put it as an 8 out of 10, April 24th. 100% is recency bias because this literally popped up on my social media with the fist bump scene like 2 days ago. Next one is a game I've been looking forward to for over a year. And part of that is it was announced the same day as Black Myth Wukong. And everybody's like, Black Myth Wukong, woo! And I'm like, did you not see this game? This game looks so good! What are you guys looking at? I don't even care about Black Myth Wukong because that game looks insane. It's so much better. And that is Phantom Blade Zero. It's scheduled to come out September 12th. I put it as a 10 out of 10 because it looks so cool. I sent this to Conlon, and he was like, yeah,
It
why would
looks really
people
cool.
care about Black Myth Wukong when you have that trailer? Now, I understand that Black Myth Wukong
Looks
also
so
came
sick.
out last year, so that's why it kind of got more attention. But, like, this game looks way better. I'm so excited. It's going to be so cool. It has some of the coolest combat-looking mechanics in, like, anything. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. The next one, I put Star Wars Galactic Racer. It's supposed to come out this year. Don't really know when. I put it as a 6 out of 10. This is a speed racer game, just like Phantom Menace has. I grew up on that game. I played it on the N64. I played it with my brothers. I absolutely love that game. I still play it today. I have it in my Steam library, and I will still pull up Pod Racer. This is a new one. The reason it is a 6 out of 10 and not higher is because they also made the Squadrons game. And I was excited about that. And I was like, man, if they did the whole like Forza thing where you got to like build your own spaceship and you got to design it and paint it and go and do online space battles, that would be so cool. But they didn't. So I'm there with that. If this is a racing game where you get to build your own speed racing pod, if you get to design it, if you get to paint it, if you get to customize it, and it's just a fun racing game, hallelujah, that will be awesome. But there's the part of me that's like, it's probably gonna have like 2 preset pods, and you get to buy color packs to change it, and like 5 tracks. Then I'm gonna be like, why? Why would you even make this? This isn't even worth your time, much less my time. So I don't really know a whole lot about it. Just heard that it was supposed to come out. So I like racing games. I grew up on pod racing for the N64. I hope this is as good or better than that, because that would be great. It's been a long time since we've had racing in Star Wars. And simple. The next one I have on my list is Halo Combat or Campaign Edition. Stupidest thing ever. I put it as a 7 out of 10. The reason it is a 7 out of 10 is solely because I am petty. I am petty because back when Halo 3 was happening on the Xbox 360, I had an argument with a group of friends who were also nerds, and I made the argument that Halo is the only thing keeping Xbox around, and as soon as Xbox goes dead, I will play Halo on my PlayStation. And they said, that's never gonna happen. It's a Xbox exclusive. They're never gonna go on PlayStation. Haha! Halo is on PlayStation! I'm vindicated! Like 13 years later.
And Xbox is dead.
And Xbox is dead. I was always right. PlayStation forever. Heck yeah. No. All kidding aside, that is legitimately the only reason I'm excited about this. I think they're doing a lot of stupid thing. They're not including multiplayer. They're changing the campaign.
They're not?
Yeah, it's not including the multiplayer. It is just the first game. It is just the campaign, and they're changing it so that you can play it with up to 4 players instead of 2 players. So they're changing the Warthog to fit 4 players instead of 3.
That's so stupid.
I
is
agree.
So dumb.
But it looks good. I have a feeling they're going to remaster 2 and 3 and then do just general Halo multiplayer, including PlayStation. That's my feeling, so I'm not too upset about it. But the only reason that this makes my list is pettiness. That is literally it. If any of my middle school friends who had that argument with me, or PlayStation versus Xbox argument with me, this is my moment to say, suck it, I win. Yeah, that's the only reason it made my list, honestly. And it might not even come out this year. It might be next year. We will see. And then my number 1 most anticipated game is one that I have invested way too much money in, and that is Squadron 42. They have announced that the campaign for Part 1 or Chapter 1 or whatever is completely playable. That was last August. And so it is just working out kinks and announcing a release date. I have a 10 out of 10 for this. I love Star Citizen. I'm having a great time with it. I constantly come back to this game. And now I'm going to get a story with Mark Hamill. Hold on, let me get the full cast. What's his name? Gary Oldman.
Ooh.
Wow.
Superman, what's his name?
Oh, Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill.
Wow.
Henry Cavill's in this game. Yeah. Mark Strong. Gimli's in this game. Andy Serkis is in this game.
What?
Gosh.
Yeah, the cast for this game is so stacked. I will take just a second and address the criticisms. This has become the most highest grossing video game of all time, and it hasn't even released yet. And they're like, they've raised $3 billion and haven't even released they've one game yet. And I just want to say, it's not $3 billion for one game. It's $3 billion for 4 games. Because you're getting Squadron 42, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Each is going to have between 40 and 60 hours of story. And you've got Star Citizen. Like, you're getting more than one game out of that money. So, that, just address that criticism right there. But yeah, stacked cast. The trailer for the campaign was released in 2024, and it looks incredible. It looks super sick. If it really is playable and is released in 2026, I'm basically going to take some time off of work and just play that for like a whole week. That's what I'm going to do, because I already am so confident that that's going to be at least a good game. So,
very, very cool. All right, guys, that is going to be our episode. We are absolutely just so excited for a lot of things coming out this year. I think Squadron 42 is actually going to be good too. If I can get Star Citizen to actually run for me, I will play it because it looks really good.
You should try it right now, because for those of you who haven't known, NVIDIA just released 4.5 update. Mm-hmm. It is adding super resolution to previous generation graphics card, and it took me in Battlefield 6 from about 120 FPS to 210.
Wow, that's cool.
It is a big thing. And then Squadron and Star Citizen officially switched from DirectX 11, which is the previous generation DirectX, fully to Vulkan now. So it is also running a lot better for most people.
Cool. I'll check it out. That's going to be our episode. We did not mention this last episode. I didn't mention this. My bad. Our shared topics next week are going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Wicked for Good. Tune in, watch. I hope that you make this next week fantastic. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See ya.